So how would you personally sum up your first season at the Tigers?
First season, a lot of learnings.
Hello and welcome to Win, Learn or Draw.
The Tigers don't lose.
The win or they learn.
The Tigers!
We're in a crocodile roll for our life.
Win and learn from it.
What better person to learn from?
Oh, what are they teaching this place?
Let's go!
Welcome to Win, Learn or Draw, a West Tigers podcast because the Tigers never lose. We either win or we learn. And learn we did. Another Mother's Day classic at RMIT, the Royal Melbourne Institute of Teaching, 44-16. Emotional stuff. More on that in just a moment. No Mort today. He's off in Turkey this week getting a Brazilian butt lift. Wishing you a speedy recovery with that one, mate. Hope it all goes well. In his seat this week to co-host his friend of the show, Ella Kasmar. Welcome back to the show.
Hello, thank you for having me. Thank you very much. Is he actually in Turkey?
No. I actually don't know where I think he might be in Queensland.
Because I was going to say my Etsy witch is Turkish, so I was going to say you could go pick one up if he was over there.
Well, you know what? We might bloody need to be honest.
Kill two birds with one stone, get the transplant and the Etsy witch.
Yeah, tackle 2 actually today in 6 again is we're going to dive deep into a bit of Etsy witches because we're probably getting to that point of the season now. You know, we've conceded 94 points in 2 weeks. We might need to try something. How was a good weekend? Obviously, Manly won. Mother's Day as well. Did Deb and Nanny, did anything special for them? Or
they honestly, when the weekend was coming up, all they wanted for Mother's Day was a Manly win.
Yep.
So they were very happy. Sunday we just had lunch at home and then we watched the replay. What else could you ask for? But no, I had a really, really busy weekend. Busy game day, busy day before shooting.
Of course.
So
Dr. Eagle.
Yep, Dr. Eagle. Now
Give us one of these. Dr. Eagle, yep.
Even though I didn't understand the reference.
You haven't seen Austin Powers.
No, I hope it makes the final cut. But yeah, fun day down at 7th Day. We had the bucking bull was a massive
How
hit.
did you go? Did you give it a go?
I had to go, but I begged the guy. There was a guy like they're controlling it, and I begged him, please go slow for me because for the kids he was going slow. Any man that got on it, he just went full throttle for them. But the one thing I didn't understand, everyone was signing a waiver before they got on. I was the only person who did not sign a waiver. Like all my friends went on the bull as well. They all had to sign waivers. So I think there might have been a miscommunication. He may have thought I'd already been on it.
Yeah.
But thank God I didn't break anything. But yeah, it was a very, very exciting. I did have, as I mentioned to you earlier, a Tigers friend and a Dragons friend down there with us. And when they got on the bull, because obviously everyone in the pub can see where you are.
Yeah.
Just absolutely got heckled. It's like you're as good as your team. Like anytime they'd fall off, so
just uncalled
that was good
for
stuff. Yeah.
Uncalled for stuff. Nice to see you doing some charity work, hanging out some Dragons
Absolutely,
and Tigers as well. It actually makes great sense for you to be here this week because obviously Tigers are playing Manly at Magic Round. Well, I was probably a bit more excited about that a few weeks ago, but you know that'll still be good. And you're also in the spot on the ladder. You are spot 05 at the moment. Which
I was hoping we were 6 leading into it, but yeah,
why
we
are you
are
hoping for 6
for the content we're doing up there. But anyways, it is what it is.
No, that's okay.
We're too good, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Beggars can't be choosers.
Must be awful.
Yeah, but yeah, spot 05. That's quite the omen. I don't know who for.
Yeah.
You or us.
So it's going to be a great show. That's I think that's the moral of the story. How's your mic going, Matty? Can you?
Sorry, we're back. We're back now.
You're back, baby. Your weekend was good?
Yeah, it was good. Very, very chill because a couple of big ones coming up. But yeah, no one cares about South, but they got a surprising win, which was nice. But yeah, Manly are good now. Who would have thought?
One Latrell out, one Latrell in.
Yes, and that Latrell started the day just slotting conversions, which is probably the only thing the other Latrell hasn't done too good this year. So I thought, wow, we got something good here. But then he missed a penalty goal from in front. So I was like, oh, okay. Maybe
when Latrell Mitchell got ruled out, I think you went out to like $17 to win the comp. After that game, you're now $11 to win the comp.
Really?
That's crazy.
Well, I tell you what.
You're in the top 4. You're 4, you're 5.
We're playing Manly in a couple of weeks on a Thursday night yeah.
That's my pop's birthday.
Oh, there you go.
I've just had a look here. Tigers are number 6.
Are they actually?
Good news for that video.
That's great news.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, cool.
Okay, sorry, I got it back. I had the wrong button pressed. So before the game, this is what I was going to say. Before the game, South were, I think, $1.70 favourites or something. And, before Latrell got ruled out. And as soon as Latrell got ruled out, it literally switched. I don't think I've seen the odds switch so dramatically after just one player. And I'm not going to lie, I lost all hope. I thought we were going to get pumped.
Yeah.
But no, it was a good day in the end.
Yeah, no, he did. I think that's like Joey John sort of like if he's ruled out, that was the sort of moves you used to see back in the day. But no Latrell Mitchell, no worries anyway.
Yeah.
Wow, so we're 4, 5, 6 right now.
We are.
We are. Wow.
Huge.
Yeah. If you had have said that like 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, or whenever you sacked Steves,
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
Crazy.
would have been crazy times. Anyway, hopefully the Tigers can hang in there because, yeah, been a while since a win. But you guys are playing good footy. All right, let's get into the set of six. We will talk about the Tigers game at the start. I won't talk about it for too long because it was a bit too emotional and
It's
all
fair
that
enough.
sort of stuff. It was pretty ordinary. Obviously, you know, tackle one. We'll get into the Tigers game. No Dewey, no Buller, no Appy, no Samuel Afanu. Terrell May very selfishly decided to have a child on the day of the game, so he went back to
Not good
Sydney.
timing. Yeah.
I'm joking, obviously. Happy Mother's Day to Terrell's partner, and you know, hoping we've got him back in the team next week. But we were already doing it tough when he got ruled out. You knew it was going to be a pretty tough day. Some of the stats I was having a bit of a look at. We actually completed at 90%, so you know, you can't ask for too much more than that. You know, with all those kind of guys out. The Storm smashed us own tackle breaks. They had 47. We had 33. Average play the ball speed, they were 3.25. We were 3.72. So all over us in some of that. But we did beat them in a few stats, which I've got here. Average set distance, they were 35 metres. We were 46 metres. Kick return metres, we smashed them. They were 140. We were 142. We had 21 offloads. They only had 12. We had 18 kicks. They had 16. And we had 2 grubbers. They had 0. So we smashed them in grubbers. I think if they want to be a real competition threat this year, they've really got to sort their grubbers out. That's not good
Focus
enough.
area.
Exactly.
Bellamy would have been ropeable about that.
He was. He didn't look happy, even though they absolutely humped us.
Yeah,
So,
it was a funny thing for like, I kind of anticipated the Storm would finally get a win.
Yeah.
Considering you guys had so many players out. If
Yep.
you had a full strength team, I don't know what would have happened, but
13 plus.
potentially. But I think also for Storm fans, because they're so used to winning, I think finally getting back for a win, it isn't like a yes, we've won. It's just like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
That streak's over more so.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
who they got at Magic Round?
That's a good question. Yeah.
I think they have the same team every year, Parramatta.
Oh, that's right. They do.
Oh, really?
They do. So probably back-to-back wins for them.
Yeah. Well, you feel like that was the one, as a Queensland Origin fan, I was like, you know what? The Tigers have done Queensland a service here because we played Harry Grant back into form, played Cameron Munster back into form.
They were all looking pretty good.
Yeah, former Tigers legend Harry Grant, I've got it here. Absolutely tore us a new one. 1 try, 2 try assists, 3 line breaks. He was everywhere. Munster also got a couple of tries. He was really good. So, you know, I reckon they're probably going to go on a little bit of a run here, the Storm. I know
think
Origin's
so.
fecoming up, but they're $1.50 favourites against the Eels this week. So
They always perform pretty well against them at Magic Round.
they
so.
do. They do. Few standouts for us, though. Taylor May, absolute rugby league handful. I don't know if you had him in your super coach team, but he cracked the 100.
I didn't, but he's who I'm most scared of next week
Yep.
for sure.
Yeah. To be honest, he's like our one weapon at the moment. How we going? But he had 2 tries, 179 metres, 10 tackle breaks, 3 line breaks, a line break assist, an offload, 17 tackles, 1 miss. Hell of a game
That's
by him.
good stats, yeah.
And that one of the tries he scored is we had like 4 guys hanging off him.
Yes. Oh, that was insane.
Yeah.
I know. He just absolutely broke through them all.
Yeah. I wonder if he's a little Origin smoky. If Latrell's not there, you'd probably think still would be Critter and Bradman best. But
Yeah. We've got so much depth for New South
We've
Wales
got
in our outside backs.
so many centers and so little wingers.
I know. It really is like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard Shug the other day throwing up Kohler to play on the wing in Origin.
On the wing.
Thoughts?
I think he needs more space to run. Like obviously we saw him swap back to the centres on the weekend, and Clayton Farlow was our fullback, and I think our attack looked a lot better there. So just back on the wing, he might be trapped a little bit, but I mean he's got the pace for it. So I think he's quite good defensively as well. But yeah, I feel like if anything, he'll probably take one of those 18 or 19 jerseys and sit on the 6-man bench.
Out of the center spots, out of the centers in the running, the one I'd pick for the wing would probably be Taylor May. He debuted on the wing. He is a winger. I just don't see any of the others playing on the wing, to be honest.
Yeah.
If it was someone, it probably would be cooler. But
Yeah.
I'd rather just pick a winger.
Yeah, exactly.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Milky Jenkins.
I don't mind picking Fox again.
Yeah, I'm with you too.
He's been in a lot of conversations. I think people are coming around to the idea, especially because he's got the experience and everything.
Hopefully for our Origin interviews content next week as well, he's in it because he just laughs at everything. So.
It's honestly, we can make a whole video of just him ask question, his reaction laughing.
Yeah.
Boom, done.
Yeah, there's your hook at the start at the very least. Other standout players for us. I thought Luke Laulili was very good. I don't know if you watched this game too closely, but He played on the left wing outside Taylor May. I suppose he probably benefited from the fact Taylor May had such a good game, but he had some issues earlier in the year. A couple of errors and whatever. But he's been pretty good. We're going to lose him obviously to Perth, but for the time being, we've had some issues with our young wingers. Happy to keep giving him a go. He's looked pretty good so far. Kai Pearce-Paul, pretty good. Bit of a smaller Homole.
Yeah,
I reckon.
yeah. And he's not super old either, is he?
23, 24.
Jeez, yeah.
8 offloads.
But that's the thing, like, if I look at, I think Homole's been incredible since he started playing rugby league not too long ago.
Yep.
But definitely now that he's hitting that, he's 27 now, about to turn 28. And if I think of him at like 23 and stuff, like I think Kai Pearce-Paul could definitely be on the same trajectory of like hitting his absolute peak as he hits his like mid to late 20s.
Hope so. And hopefully we just keep him right edge back row, playing some good footy. Good to have him back from injury. And Twiley, very good.
What a season.
Not as many attacking stats this week, but he had 47 tackles, none missed.
Oh,
Still had 3
you love
offloads.
that. Yeah.
I just love him. I was wanting to get picked for. I'd love to see him play Origin.
It's incredible
Yeah.
the season he's having. It's so cool to see.
We've got that I was talking about this over the weekend. This early try scorer market thing for Origin. Like you're basically trying to guess will they get picked and will they score.
Yeah.
Twiley's in there. I reckon if he scores, it should be a public holiday the next day as well. Thoughts?
Yeah, Rosie, you have to get another tattoo as well, I reckon.
Yes.
First Origin try.
Yes.
He could maybe add that to his pie tattoo.
Of course. One of the great tattoos, that one.
It is.
Yeah.
It's so large.
Yes.
Yeah,
A few
it's great.
tattoo-related questions actually coming up for you in Ask Ella Anything in
Ooh,
Tackle 3.
Yep, love it.
So, look, some good performances there from a couple of players, but unfortunately we did get towed up. We don't get too many back next week either. We get Terrell May back, hopefully. But apart from that, just a bit of a tough day at the office. We had a few of our students of the game were actually down in Melbourne, and we'll hear from a few of them in raw emotion later. But we had a message come through from a guy called Screggy Remnants, and he said, I was at Amy Park for the game this afternoon, and I think it might be a helpful PSA to all Storm supporters that they are indeed allowed to get up and make noise for their team. I drove past Coburg Cemetery on my commute home, and I reckon the decibels coming out of there are higher. So shout out to any Storm fans that might be listening. Screggy Remnants reckons you need to lift your game.
Yeah, that the few times I've been down at Amy Park, the cowbell's a lot louder than what their fans are doing. So I think maybe are they just too used to being so good, or
Yeah.
a mixture of that and a mixture of, I know there definitely are Storm fans are real.
Yeah.
There's proof they actually are real. Fun fact. But there is definitely a big contingency of fans that are just there because their AFL team sucks.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
yeah, that doesn't help. I
Yeah.
don't think.
You got to feel for those particular Storm fans because until this weekend, their rugby league team had also sucked. So it's been
Exactly. Yep.
tough kind of year for them. Would they be your most hated team, Storm?
No, Para by
Yeah,
so
still
far.
is.
I was actually having a chat with a few Manly fans about this, and we were saying that when the Storm were losing heaps in a row, like, and then the Craig Bellamy news came out, we felt quite bad
Yeah.
for them and stuff. But if Para lost, 7 in a row, I think I'd have a ticker tape parade down Manly Corso probably. So
Yep.
yeah, very different.
And that'd be a well-attended parade, I reckon.
For
as well.
sure.
Yep. All the Kasmars would be there.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Absolutely everyone.
All right. We'll put a bow on the Tigers game for now because it was a tough watch yesterday. Tackle 2, Etsy Witches I've got here. Now, I touched on it before. Tigers are in a huge world of hurt, conceded 94 points in 2 weeks. You famously went on the Hello Sport live stream a couple of weeks ago. This was the first Kieran Foran game.
It was
I
against the
believe.
Dolphins, yep.
And just talk us through the Etsy Witch process. Talk us through it.
Well, like I understand everyone's TikTok algorithms are very different, but
Yep.
mine is full of a lot of wedding content at the moment because 2 of my best friends are engaged, and a lot of brides will pay an Etsy witch to make sure that there's no rain on their wedding day if they're having an outdoor wedding. And I was genuinely just brushing my teeth one night, and I went, whilst we're in the pits of maybe Seabold had been sacked at this point, I was just like, God, I hope Kieran can do something good because I was a little bit stressed. The man's young and only just retired, and I thought, surely I can help my team here with an Etsy witch and do the same thing. Like, it's just a custom spell, right? And I love a bit of woo-woo. I've got lots of crystals in my room. So did my research that night, was scrolling through trying to find like who had some good reviews, found this witch named Helen from Turkey, Helin, and she had some great reviews, 4.9 stars, had done 22.7 thousand sales.
Wow, 22.9 thousand.
And like, you can do the maths. I'm paying about $35 a week for a spell. Helen's a rich lady, and she'd only had
gonna
a
do that maths now.
store open for eight months. So I think she was earned over $250,000
Yeah, it's
in 8 months.
805,000.
Wow. Yep. So if anyone needs a new venture, maybe become an Etsy witch. So obviously it worked the first week. Helen gave me back this PDF of exactly what I needed to do. She gave me the spell that she chanted. She said you need to remain calm in games, even if things were swinging towards the Dolphins. So like early on in the game, I think we made a couple of errors potentially. So we're like, no, we'll just remain calm. It worked. So I thought I now have to do this every week.
Yeah.
So I paid for it every single week. For the Panthers game, I actually paid for an extra good luck spell, because Joey Walsh was playing his first game starting at halfback
Yeah.
against Penrith with no Fogarty, no Turbo. So I was like, we might need a bit of extra. And Helen had tried to upsell me there as
Yeah.
well. She let me know about this good luck spell.
And she did it well.
Well, funnily enough, Helen, I bought that spell on like the Saturday. I don't know if Helen works weekends, so I was a bit stressed. Would I get it back in time? It said auto confirmed, but I never ever got a PDF back.
Oh.
And we ended up losing that game. And I was like, was this the reason? But then that Monday, I go to buy another spell because I put on my Instagram, do I give her another shot? Like,
Yep.
is it all good? Everyone was like, yes. Seabold got a lot more chances than Helen has, so you need to stick with it. And then I go on and I can see all she's selling is tarot card readings. So I message her saying, hey, like, where's the custom spell? And she's like, Etsy's banned me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know if all Etsy witches. So you might have to do your own research, because
Okay.
this was obviously against the Broncos. It was our first game without Helen. And I was genuinely convincing myself, oh God, I'm getting a little bit nervous
Yeah.
here. But hopefully, Helen fostered her magic into Fosball, and now he can run
Yeah.
with it. And she's done her job for the club.
Yeah.
So very happy to get a win, because otherwise I would have been really freaking out. But yes, to get your season back on track, highly recommend an Etsy witch. You just got to find one that you connect with, obviously.
Yeah.
And also hope that Etsy is still selling it, because I don't know, they ban her the one time she loses. Harsh. I thought I was a harsh critic. Etsy's the harsh critics here.
Yeah, very much so.
So-
yeah, I was going to say that game, obviously, you learned against Penrith by 2 points, so it was pretty respectable.
Yeah, I count it as a win.
Yes.
So yeah.
But Joey Walsh did play very well. So
He
even though
did.
you didn't get the spell back, something obviously worked.
That's what people were messaging me going, because we lost Hetherington in the first 10 minutes.
Yep.
And then I know who from Penrith got sin binned, but Tolu had to go off for his HIA at that point in time, and it just absolutely ruined our attack then,
Yeah.
because Burbo had to move to the centres, and he's playing great footy, but he's obviously not a centre, and it just, nothing was working there. So people were messaging me saying, against all those odds, it could have been a lot worse without Helen. So,
Yep.
but I'm very happy that we got the win without Helen for the Broncos, because I would have fully convinced that
It was all because of her.
this was all because of her. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's good outside the box thinking, and you got some nice perspective there as well, because you've made your peace with the fact that you now don't have access to Helen
Yeah.
anymore. It's kind of similar to when Jerome Luai announced he's leaving, at the end of next year. Like us as Tigers fans, probably, I think quite a few are on the same wavelength as you. Like, we've probably got what we need out of him. Like, he's turned this around a bit.
Yeah.
It's now it's up to the club.
Yeah.
There's only so many Etsy witches, spells or
Absolutely.
cultural changing captains you can kind of
100%. And I also was becoming poor.
yeah.
It was getting expensive, and I was like, if I have to keep doing this for the rest of the year, and people were saying to me in person, I will put money in, like, start a GoFundMe. But then I was convinced if I used other people's money, I don't know if does the world of witchcraft work. A lot of people also have been messaging me every time a Manly player gets injured, saying it's completely my fault for playing with dark magic.
Yeah.
And they were like, first it's Turbo, then it was Fogarty, like, who's next sort of thing. So when I saw Seaward do his leg, I was like, is this me again? I was trying to convince myself it's me. And I was like, no, Helen's she's not a dark magic witch. She's like very above the line. She's an ethical witch. So
Yeah.
I hope it wasn't me. But now they've stopped using her, I'm like, surely it's like, we're all good.
Yeah, it's all good. Would you consider doing the tarot card thing just to see?
I was like, honestly, there was a point during the week where I thought, oh God, do I just like buy the tarot card reading and be like, hey, Helen, can you just do your normal spell instead for me? And so potentially, if we were to start losing badly,
Yep.
potentially I would look to other supernatural talent.
Yeah.
We'll see.
There's lots of supernatural talent out there, guys. Don't be afraid to try it
There
out.
might be other mediums as well. Like, I don't know if Etsy's always like the only place they're doing their business. But Helen, like I said at the start of the show, she's from Turkey, so potentially just have to get to Turkey and find another witch.
Yep. Shout out to Helen if she's listening, and well done on turning Manly season around.
Yeah, appreciate her.
It's actually Helen Ball. It's not a
I know.
Fosball.
Well, I don't know who actually ended up taking Foz's coach as Foz's spot as assistant coach. So a lot of people saying Helen is our assistant coach.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah. Still be a better attack coach than Adam O'Brien. So.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right. So Etsy Witches, that's a bow on them. Well done. I like that. It's been a big storyline in rugby league content through the last couple of weeks. And it's paid dividends. It's been good for your club.
It
So
has.
yeah, if anyone can think of any ways that maybe the Tigers, in the unlikely event that we learn a third game in a row this week, maybe just drop them in the comments. We might have to think about playing with some dark magic or something like that. Just to
It's worth it.
yeah, we've got to buy the week after, so we have got some time to conjure some spells and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Do some research.
yeah, we'll see how we go. All right, tackle 3, back by popular demand. Ask Ella anything. We threw this one out to our fan base over the course of the weekend. The switchboards lit up as they always do. There's nothing too crazy in here. So I'll get straight into this one. First one comes from Jackson K1. He says, what needs to be done for Ella to get a Fosball related tattoo?
Actually hilarious you say this because when I was watching the Manly Cowboys game with my family, I'd just gone back from Japan, so we weren't there. And at that point in time, we'd won 2 games, but it was against the Dolphins and the Dragons. We weren't sure if we actually were good or not. And pre-game, we're sitting there, and my brother and I were talking about Fosball tattoos. And we said, okay, if we win the grand final this year, we're all getting Fosball tattoos, right?
Nice.
And we were having this conversation yesterday because Mum and Dad are convinced that conversation never happened. Noah and I are convinced it did. Luckily, Noah's girlfriend was there too, so we're going to refer to her in the video ref.
Yeah, okay.
To, see if it did happen. I'm convinced Dad said yes. I don't know if Mum did. So the whole family, Kasmar family, are getting Fosball tattoos if we win the comp this year.
Yep.
Noah was deciding last night where he would get it.
Yeah.
He's thinking he's like rib cage.
Okay.
I said he should get it where my Manly 13 plus tattoo is.
Yeah.
I'm a bit stressed. I don't really know where I would get mine because I want to balance it out with my other tattoos.
Yeah.
So
What
maybe
about a nice kind of elegant tailor-made style Fosball?
honestly, after a grand final, I probably could be convinced to do anything. So,
or his little kind of the teardrop one, Fosball.
but Rad Hockley, the famous shoey man on Brookie
Yes.
Hill, I don't know if you've seen, but he does have a Fosball
He's got one
tattoo.
already.
Yep. He was in Thailand the last 3 weeks.
Nice.
And he got one on his shin. And I saw it in person for the first time on the weekend. It's beautiful.
Looks good.
And honestly, Fosball makes me so happy. I'm like, I want one now, but I'm going to wait until if we win a grand final under Kieran at any point in time, I will get a Fosball tattoo.
Okay. So quite a lot has to happen for you to get it, really.
Yeah, but you never know.
Yeah. I like it. All right. Thank you, Jackson, for that question. All right. You got to be careful with this one. This is from Azag5150. Ella, what makes Brookie better than Leichhardt?
Oh.
This is just like objectively not true. So good luck trying to convince me, but just try to sum it up.
Well, you know what? I actually think for neutral fans, Leichhardt is better than Brookie.
Clip that up.
For neutral fans.
Just clip the Leichhardt is better than Brookie. Give it up.
For neutral fans. I think it's one of those things where, and I had a few friends come to Brookvale for the first time on the weekend, and they were going, God, because again, having the Tigers fan and the Dragons fan getting heckled and their teams weren't even playing. One of my friends was like to me, Jesus, it must be awful to be an opposition player here and an opposition fan here. And I said, yeah, no, it genuinely is. They get absolutely roasted here. So I think that's what's the best part of it is being a Manly supporter in a place where everyone is absolutely aligned, and Leichhardt's obviously the same. I do think even my Tigers friend said that he felt closer at Brookvale because the hill is a bit shorter. Because even he got there and was like, whoa, on TV, this hill looks way bigger. And I was like, well, if you compare it to Leichhardt, like lengthwise, Leichhardt has a much bigger hill.
Yes.
I do think Brookvale has better toilet facilities.
Yeah, it does. I can't argue with that.
Yep. And
You just sort of go anywhere at Leichhardt.
yeah. You know what? It's a little bit like that at Brookie too, because Noah, my brother, was on the hill last week and a guy weighed into a cup and then threw it up in the air and it landed on
Wasn't the
Noah's
shoey
shoulder.
bloke, was it?
It wasn't the shoey guy. It wasn't the shoey guy. But no, I think Brookvale for Manly fans
Yep.
is just the most perfect place on earth. And that's why I can't ever leave the north part of Sydney because I can't be too far from Brookie at any point in time.
Yeah. I'll respectfully disagree. I think Leichhardt's better. But, no, you actually gave it a rap there.
I did give it a rap. I do like Leichhardt.
It is a good
I'm
beat.
I'm honestly sad we're not playing there this year. I'm sad we're only playing you guys once.
I know.
Unless-
might play in the grand final.
Potentially.
Might be twice.
Potentially.
Yeah. Looking forward to that, but not at Leichhardt. I think one more game at Leichhardt, then they're redoing it. So
I
all
know.
next year there'll be no Leichhardt.
Yeah.
2028.
I do want to go to that game. Because you guys played the Titans there, I think,
Yes.
the last time. So.
Yep. I'll be away, tragically, emotionally.
Bummer.
But
Oh, yeah. World Cup.
yeah. So I think the Socceroos kick off like at halftime or something.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, we'll see. I'll be watching in the Vancouver Stadium. Go Tigers. All right. Next question comes in from Shah Petrie.
That's like my best friend.
Yeah. Gun to Ella's head. Who's her favorite second favorite team?
Manly's reserve grade team.
No, club wise.
I don't have any. I genuinely hate everyone so
Gun
much.
to head though. Just have a think about where you are right now.
Oh, it's definitely not the Tigers.
Oh, come
Because
on. Why
as
not?
As you would have seen on my story, like I've always gone the past few seasons, I hope most of the time if I'm watching a game of footy and the Tigers are playing, I would prefer to see them win than most clubs.
And what's changed?
And then I don't know, when you guys started doing well this year, I was like,
That was ages ago.
oh, I know now. I was like, actually, you know what? I reckon I posted that and then you started losing. Maybe I've got more power than I thought. I just was saying that like now that you guys are doing well, and I think it was that time, it was just after Leichhardt was pumping, there was the footage of everyone on the hill. I started getting a little bit jealous. But I said take it as a compliment. When I hate your team, it means you're relevant.
Yeah.
So now that you've lost a couple of games, like the hate's dwindling. So,
Yeah, not as relevant.
Yeah. No, Papua New Guinea.
P&G. Chiefs.
I guess so because I can't hate them yet
Yeah, true.
because they don't exist yet.
Yeah.
So
Us Tigers
I don't know,
fans,
I
us Tigers
genuinely
fans
hate
do a
everyone.
bit because they've stolen one of our players, but
yeah, I actually hate everyone so much.
yeah.
I don't really have any soft spots for any teams.
Okay, fair. Well, that,
I have tiered base rankings,
yeah.
and if
What tier are we in?
you moved up a tier, I'd say you probably would have moved honestly into like the second or maybe third tier.
Yeah.
There's probably like 5 tiers. In the lowest tier, I'd say teams like the Warriors are probably there.
Of your like least hated or
Of my
most?
least
Okay,
hated.
Yeah.
Who else would be? Maybe the Dolphins. I don't really know who else.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it
I just
probably
hate everyone.
leads quite nicely into this next question from Musty the Master 1. He says, would you rather beat Melbourne Storm or Parramatta Eels in a grand final?
Para, but I always say, if you told me Manly and Para are going to play in a grand final, it's one of those risk versus reward things because
Yeah.
if we lost to Para in a grand final, I don't know if I would ever recover. Like that is just the worst thing I think I could ever go through. Whereas beating Para would be the greatest thing I've ever achieved in my life.
Yep.
Well, I'm not playing, but as a club.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely would rather beat the Storm. I mean, would rather beat Para. Already been there, done that with the Storm. So
Yeah. Next.
next
Yeah.
on the list.
Well, you really do. I don't know if we covered off on this last time, but you hate Para so much that
I
it's
hate
just it's a deal breaker
It's
in
absolutely a deal-
relationships for you, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
If a guy goes for Para, it's not happening.
And people always go, well, if it's your dream man, it's not going to be a Para fan, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I cannot stand them. Thank God
Where does it stem from? What,
My dad just brainwashed me
Okay.
because Manly and Para both came into the comp in 1947.
yeah, okay.
And we've just had a rivalry since in the 80s. They were winning comps. We were winning comps. We only won one, but like around that time in the late 70s as well. And then I think just over the years as I've grown up, we've had a lot of players come to and from the club, like Kieran Foran obviously went over, Anthony Watmow, and then we got guys come over from Para.
Jamie Lyon.
So Jamie Lyon went in between both. So yeah, I just hate them so much. But yeah, definitely brainwashing from my dad for sure.
Good parenting.
Yeah.
Which we love to see. All right. This one's from Peter _H. How much has Ella spent on Helen this season?
God, well, it'd be, when I say it's 35, for some reason it says 35 and then I end up paying 38. So 38 times 5.
Processing fee.
Yeah, must be. 38 times 5, what's that? I don't.
Yeah, I'll do it for 38.
190.
And then I paid an extra 45 on top of that. Actually, no, it would have been 30. It would have been 5.
Yeah, 235.
Wow.
Fair bit.
It is a fair bit. And like I said, I was starting to think, oh God, I'm going to go poor here. But I was speaking to Roasty, Dragons fan, and he said to me, if you told me I only had to pay $35 a week to see the Dragons just win a game, I'd do anything. So I was
Yeah.
like, when you put into perspective, I'm happy to.
Worth every penny.
Yeah.
Yep. That is money well spent. $235 per.
Because I was buying the medium spell. There was like standard, extra strong, dark cast.
Dark.
Never paid for dark cast.
And
I
what
don't know
does
what
that
that
cost?
means. That was like $52.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus processing must have been like 55.
55-ish,
So
yeah.
yeah, but you know the extra strong, the medium level worked. So I was like, we'll just stick with that.
Yep. Not cheap.
No.
And you didn't want to pay with other people's money. You weren't going to crowdfund it.
No, I thought, maybe at the end of the season, if anyone wanted to pay me back,
Yeah.
feel free.
Yeah.
But no, after it's been stopped by Etsy themselves,
Yep.
I'm happy to cop the $235 that I have spent.
Yep.
So
Well, you were a little bit hesitant to accept other people's money to pay for those spells and stuff. Here at Win, Learn or Draw, we are not hesitant to take your money. Head to Patreon, search Win, Learn or Draw, join the 05 Club. We've just kicked this off, by the way.
Love it.
People can just nominally pay $5 a week just to support the boys, basically, get
Yep.
around the boys.
Yep.
Since we've launched it, I'm not sure if we've won, but maybe that just means we need a few more members in there to
Well,
fire it
maybe
up.
you can use the money to buy some Etsy witches or wherever
or some
you
other
find
platform where I
Yep.
can find some
Yep.
witchcraft. But get on board there. Please support us. We're loving all the people who've got in there so far. Thank you to those people. But yeah, patreon.com/Win, Learn or Draw. All right, a couple more questions here. We've got Dill Bergs. Good question. This. What's your favourite Manly loss to Wests?
Favorite.
Yeah.
I know I talk about it a lot, but my first ever memory of a rugby league game was in 2005 at
Yes.
Leichhardt Oval, Manly Tigers, and I have this vision of me crying on the hill with my parents. And I know we did lose that day, so I'd say that one because I don't really enjoy losing any other time. So
Yep.
I'd probably pick that one
Yep.
because that night at Leichhardt a couple of years ago was quite traumatic
Yes.
for
I'm trying to-
me when we lost, and I had my Luke Brooks head. So
Yes.
I'll pick that one. 2005.
2005. It says, I seem to remember it being a bigger one than this. It says 31-10, but I thought it was 1, 2, 3. Yeah, how can the maths on the NRL website's wrong because there's 8 tries scored here, 8 conversions. Yeah, I was at that game as well. Dad brought me out my first game at Leichhardt.
Was that your first game
It
as
was.
well? Wow.
I wasn't on the hill, but we were in the stand opposite and it was
Wow.
pumping. Scotty Prince with a weird field goal on the stroke of halftime. Yeah.
Probably when I started crying.
Yep.
Even though
I think I was crying as well. Tears of joy. It was good stuff.
Yeah.
What a year. I think we've got a couple more here. Best.
Sorry, it was 49-24.
Yeah. It says 31-10 here, but
Weird.
does make sense. 49-24. That makes sense.
Mm.
Well done if you back the overs. Tyson.mk_. Best Manly Tigers game you've watched and been to. So this can include a win if you want.
Yeah, okay, I appreciate that. One that actually really sticks out to me was 2021 at Bankwest. This was just, I think it was a game, it was Anzac Day actually. And it was the game after, because we started the season with 4 losses as well, or 3 losses. And I think we just beat the Warriors in Golden Point, and then we were playing you guys the next week. And we ended up pumping you. It was Turbo's first or second game back, and he just absolutely ripped through you guys. I was also there. This is not good to admit now, but it was 2021, so COVID was going around, and I was deathly sick. I was so sick and had such a bad temperature. I had to bring a second jersey because I sweated through the first one.
Oh,
It was also a very warm day, so it probably didn't help. And I ended up waking up the next morning with a rash all over my body, and I was convinced it's because I entered Parramatta, and that's what gave me a rash. And then I was like, Jesus Christ, do I have a meningococcal? But it ended up being a reaction to the antibiotics I was on. So it was a great day because I think I was a little bit delirious as well, going like, is my football team now good? And I think that game was like the win that set us into being flat track bullies that year. But
Yep.
even though we were, I still enjoyed that season a lot, even though a lot of it was in lockdown. But at that point in time was one of the last games before we moved up to Queensland.
yes.
So yeah,
In the
that one
bubble.
sticks out for me for sure.
In the hub. We have got a bit of a proud tradition at our club of sort of playing teams back into form. So you're welcome.
Appreciate that, yeah.
You're welcome.
Maybe you guys are the real Etsy witches yourselves.
Yeah. Yeah. We kind of are, unfortunately. Hopefully Etsy ban us from doing that soon. And we can get back to normal broadcasting. Julian McCann, last question here. He asks, I think you've touched on this in the past, but where did the dance come from?
Yeah. Okay. Well, Rugby League Guru was the one who
Yes.
sent it to me.
The creative director. behind it.
Yes, he is. There was a girl for the Philadelphia Eagles who would do. She was like grittying after each game outside of whatever stadium they were playing at, and then just would put the score on it, and I would see that people would like in the background like engage with it, sort of thing. So Guru sent this to me and was like, "You should do this next season." This was like in the off season leading into 2025. I was like, "Yeah, cool." And then I practiced grittying in my own home and went, "Oh, I can't dance. So we have to do something a little more simple." And the first video I actually did was against the Cowboys, and I actually didn't do the L's at all. It was I did a bit of a lasso sort of thing, and then it was a game against the Eels. They had gone, I think it was their third or fourth loss in a row. So I did that to be like, and the caption was like, call them the Eels with like 4 L's because they've just lost 4 in a row.
Clever.
And I think that was the first one that kind of blew up because the first few were a very, very tough carry. You know, no one knew what I was doing. I didn't do it on the hill at all. I did it in this like little corner towards the end. I said to my brother, "Oh my God, like, why have I said that I was going to do this?" But I had no idea how much it was going to blow up. And then the first one I did on the hill, I think was maybe when Hello Sport were there. And people just like loved getting involved. And I get a lot of messages every week being like, "Can I be in your dance?" And
Where
I
are
don't
you
always
doing it?
reply to them, but I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Anyone. I don't even know who's behind me half the time. Like, I just see my brother's the one that films and I see if he's walked further back or not. So started from there. And then I thought, you know, last year it took a little while to get a bit of momentum and other fans started copying me. So I thought, you know what, I need to do it this season as well. But it may get retired at the end of the year. I don't know. I'll just think about it. But it's fun to...
Too iconic
people
to retire it
involved.
now. It's
I
like
know.
The Nike tick.
Yeah, genuinely. I know. And then Manly's reshared it a couple times this season. Doing it in the Shibuya Crossing was definitely a highlight.
That was, yes.
Yes, that was a good
Arigato
one. I'm
gozaimasu.
sure. Yes, arigato gozaimasu.
Yeah. That'd be great. They should get you to do it with the team at some point.
I would
if
love
they win
to-
the comp, surely they get you in the room. So.
Surely. We actually were like, I was in comms with them at the end of last year for our last regular season game because I knew the social guy at the time and he was like keen to organise it, but then it ended up being Joey Walsh's debut game and Daly's last game at Brookie.
Yeah,
So it just,
bit much.
I said to him, like, if there's any chance that this doesn't happen,
Yeah.
I'd rather just do it with the people on the hill. Like I don't
Yep.
I don't want to risk not doing anything at all.
Of
So
course.
I said, don't worry. But yeah, if that ever happened, that would be pretty elite. Because Hamole liked my video last week, so
Nice.
that was fun.
How good. Have you planned a lost post for this week?
No.
Yeah.
I actually don't know what I'll do this week because, maybe I'll just walk to the Manly Bay
Yeah.
and dance because we're just in a random bay.
Yeah.
We're
Or
near the Manly Bay though. I
do-
checked. We're on the side. We're on the edge of the,
Oh, nice.
because the Tigers are on one side, Manly on the other.
Could do it at the Caxton
Could do it at the Caxton.
to mix it up.
Yeah, true. Anyways, we'll figure it out. But
Yeah.
win or loss, potentially at the Caxton.
Win or learn.
Yeah.
Or draw, maybe. We'll wait and see.
Hopefully just a win.
What would you do for in the event of a draw?
I've always thought about this because I was because with the Shibuya Crossing one, crazy. I pre-filmed it a few days before the game, was not in Tokyo at the time. And I have a loss video from that as well that never got to get posted. I was kind of sad. I was like, the loss was quite funny as well, me
Yeah.
being sad on the Shibuya Crossing. So I don't know, maybe I'd have to do 2 videos.
Yeah. Yep. That's the game, isn't it? It's a lot
Yeah.
of gold on the cutting room floor in the content
Exactly.
game. Absolutely.
Exactly.
That was Ask Ella Anything. Thank you for that. Thanks for all your questions as well, people. Appreciate those. I'm sure that'll be back again by popular demand next time we
Yeah,
get you on.
always fun.
When we play Manly in the grand final this year. So looking forward to
How
that.
good would that be? That'd be great for content.
It would be. It'd be fantastic. Tackle 4. I've got here, it's a Tigers/Manly players report card. So there's a few players from the Tigers that now play for Manly and vice versa, a few players from Manly that now play for the Tigers.
Yes.
So I thought I might throw a few names at you and I want you to give them a report card, A,
Yeah, like
B,
A, B,
C,
yep.
so forth.
A+.
You give it a
B-
plus or a
B
minus.
Yep.
Whatever you want. But here's the ones that have, and I may have missed a couple. You might be able to pick me up on a few, but I'll start with one of the 2 hookers that now plays with you, Brandon Wakeham.
You know what? I was saying because he's suspended this week, so he's not even going to be playing.
Ah.
He got a week, which is really upsetting. And if you told me at the start of this season that Brandon Wakeham would miss a week and I'd be really distressed about it, I'd be like, you what?
Yeah.
Because I'll give him right now a B.
Yeah.
I think he's been incredible for us and he's on a really good trajectory. That little kick he did on the weekend was insane. I think his service at hooker's been really good. But yeah, he's been a massive shock. Really, really glad he didn't go to jail because, you know, we've already had a hooker go to jail.
Yes.
Manasseh. So Manasseh also liked my dancing video on the weekend, but I was like, isn't he in jail? I don't know how that logistically works. So
Makes you think, doesn't it?
it makes you think.
Maybe someone's got his phone.
Well, I think because he's almost been released, I think he does get like
Access
some
to his
weekend
phone.
release now. I don't
Okay.
know what the full thing is, but when I saw that notification pop up, I was like, weird. Anyway, so yeah, Brandon Wakeham, back to him, back to the other hooker who has a criminal record. B.
Yeah, nice. He, I think he's been good there.
He's been.
Didn't play a whole lot of hooker, I don't think,
And
before this
you know
year.
what? You actually called it in the preseason.
Yeah, he
I
looked
remember in
good
the
there.
trial, you were like, he looked good there, and a lot of us Manly fans were kind of very, very hesitant for it. And even when he got named on the bench, I remember my Team List Tuesday reaction going like, "Oh, I'm not full with confidence," and now I'm like, just give him a contract. Honestly,
Hooker
it's
of the
been
year,
great.
almost.
Yeah.
Origin.
Yeah.
Well, let's move to another former Tigers hooker, Jake Simpkin.
Yeah. He probably less so. I'd give him maybe a C.
Yeah.
He has moments where he's good. I definitely think he's got a few weaknesses in his game. His service isn't always the best. Yeah. I just think Brandon Wakeham's probably made him look worse this year because Brandon's done so well there.
Yep. That's fair. Fair feedback. Brooksy.
It's honestly, it can be so hit and miss. I thought he played so well on the weekend. I
Yep.
thought he was excellent. But then some weeks he's not as excellent. Maybe I'll give him a B-.
Okay.
Because I do think just having some we've had so many 5/8s over the years. Having some stability there's been really nice. And I think there has been games where he's done his role absolutely perfectly, but then there's other games where he's had absolute shockers. So B-, yeah. Or a C+. I would say B-. After recency bias, because I think he had such a great game on the weekend.
Yes.
I'll say B-.
Since you got the witch involved, he's actually
He has been
you've
good,
noticed
yeah.
improvement from him.
Yeah.
Backfence Brown. Not Backfence Brown from Raw Emotion, who we'll hear from later, but Nathan Brown.
I'll also say a B. I thought there was a period last year where he was insane, then dwindled a little bit towards the end of the year, but so did a lot of players. And then at the start of this year was not super impressed with his like ball control and the meters he was making. But then he ended up getting injured, playing a bit of reserve grade. And then I thought, because he's played the last 2 weeks, we haven't seen Brownie under Fosball, and I think he's been excellent the past 2 weeks. So I'll say a B, yeah.
Yep. Nice. I'm pretty sure that's all that you've got from us at the moment.
Yeah, I'd say.
Talau's not there anymore. He's gone to the Chookies.
Yep.
I think that's about it.
Yeah, Josh Alloy has been he's medically
Osho.
retired. So
Yep.
yes, I think that's it from.
What about the other way around? So I know we've got the Fino brothers.
Yep.
I'll give them some report card scores now. Samuel Fino, I'm giving an A.
I would too.
He's a gun. I'm just devastated he's out for pretty much the rest of the season.
Losing him, I honestly think he's been one of our potentially biggest losses of the past few years because of his age and the trajectory he's on, and especially because Burberry's been in such good form this year, thank God, but we were lacking in that department for quite a long time. It's like, oh, damn it, if only we had a young second rower that could be
plays on the
available.
left side.
Oh, crazy. So, yeah, no, he's such a talent, and I'm never want to see a player get injured, but very happy that Manly don't have to go up against him because he scares me.
Yep. We've got another brother in that mix, Latu Finu.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give him a C.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't seen enough
Yeah,
yet.
that's fair enough.
The best has been, B+ worthy.
Yeah, for sure.
But hoping to see the best of him in the next couple of years. Might time it quite nicely when Jerome kind of wanders off. He
Potentially.
might be able to kind of slip in and take over.
Yeah, my only concern with Latu is he's so injury prone. Like, I remember watching him in SG Born, he was doing hamstrings left, right, and center as a young kid. But you hope that maybe he puts on a bit of muscle and gets a bit more stability in his legs, and he'll stop getting those injuries. Because
Yes.
he is such a talent when he's fit.
Tore up the Chooks last year
Yeah.
at Twilian Stadium when we smashed them over there. And I think he had a good game against you guys when we played you.
He
at
did,
Allianz
yeah.
as well.
And you always love seeing your local. Okay, he's not really local junior, but he's been playing at the club since he was about 14.
Yep.
Love seeing your juniors go up against you and just kill you. It's
That's
really
right.
fun.
Thanks for them. And then Sione Finu. I'll give him probably B+.
Yeah, I think so. He
Oh, sorry.
always
B.
B, yeah.
Yeah.
He was always probably the weaker link of the brothers. Like I think Samuel was a crazy standout last who was freakish. Manasi before he went to jail, really good hooker.
Yes.
And Sione was always kind of the one that was like, oh, he's more playing reserve grade. So I think he's impressed me a lot more at the Tigers than I thought what he would do over there. So
Yeah.
he's been good.
Last couple of weeks had a few little moments, but I think there's a good footballer there.
Yeah.
Improving. We've got him for a while now as well. We've extended him, I think. So that's good. I think that's all we've got from you at the moment. I don't know if there's anyone else that's
No, I don't
come
think so.
through.
Yeah, but there was a period there where there was a few more, but
yeah.
like you said, when Tommy Talau
Matt
and all
Ballon,
that.
two brave games for the club
Yeah.
before.
For him, for the Broncos, he was, he's the assistant coach for the Broncos. Always sad to see. Wish he was back at Manly coaching, but in an assistant role, obviously.
Yes. We wouldn't get a start at the moment.
No.
Fosball going too well. All right. Tackle 5, Reggie's wrap. I've had a quick look at some of the scores over the course of the weekend for both. Well, you guys had buys, didn't you, in New South Wales Cup?
We did. Yep.
And also Fleeg.
Yeah, so we ended up our Manly League's Ron Massey Cup team, which is complete local level footy. It's just below reserve grade, but it's still local level footy.
Yeah.
Was playing it before the game, and my friends were like, "Oh, what grade is it?" So I was like, "Don't even worry about it." They were playing like the Hills Bulls or something. So
Yeah.
yeah.
How'd they go?
They lost.
They lost as well.
But like Brandy Alexander's son was playing. So
Nice.
Yep.
They've been doing it tough in, you guys are like second last, are you, in Cup?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. We for some reason we never do well in Cup. I don't know what it is with that grade because for some reason these boys can come into first grade and play pretty well, and then they drop back and they can't. I don't know if there's been a bit of change with like Clayton Follow having to come up and Jackson Sherab debuted on the weekend. So I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, we never have a strong Cup team.
Is it still Blacktown?
No, we
Got rid of that.
we got rid of them, but Brett Kamali is our coach.
Noddy.
So,
Yeah. Former Tigers interim coach. Noddy
yeah,
Kamali.
and he hasn't always had the best coaching record. So I wasn't filled with confidence when I saw him appointed. But
Gotcha.
yeah,
Gotcha. Well, our reserves actually had a quite good weekend. We beat the Storm, or the Magpies beat the Storm 38-22. We are now sitting in 8th on the New South Wales Cup.
There
They
you
didn't
go.
get around us. Storm are last in that.
actually,
Yeah. Thought they were pretty good there last year. Anyway.
interesting.
And then in Fleeg, we beat the Storm 28-20 at Gosh's paddock. A few standouts. Our halfback, Bailey Smith, not to be confused with the Geelong Cats AFL Bailey
Jesus.
Smith.
Wow.
But he scored a double. And Jared Hayward was also very solid. He's our captain, hooker. Probably should get a run at number 9 in the first grade team the next couple of weeks, I reckon. There's a lot of
Interesting.
hype around him. Australian schoolboys player. Yes, he's young, but probably
Stuck
an
him
area.
in.
I reckon get him in there.
Yeah.
While Appy's got one more week out, I don't think we'd lose a lot by throwing him in there.
Yeah, and you guys, I know you've lost a couple on the trot now, but it was kind of like how Joey Walsh wasn't brought into the side until we started. I know, obviously, forced due to injuries, anyways, but you don't want to bring a kid in when your club's in a diabolical state.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I feel like it's a good time to test people.
Hopefully we can. He looks like a hell of a player. Played pretty well in the preseason as well. So that's the Reggie's wrap. Tackle 6. I just had a very quick note here about Origin. Is there anyone that you reckon gets a run from your club? There's obviously a bit of chat around for both states for you guys because Queensland might need a new halfback with Tom Dearden out.
Yeah, I reckon Hamole probably does get
Yep.
a start with if Liam Martin's still out injured at that point in time. And I can see why people want Tolu on the 6-man bench. I hate when my players play Origin because I get stressed they're going to get injured. I think that's probably like some PTSD with Turbo playing there. But I was talking to Joel Kane about it at work the other day, and he was just like, the experience they get's just incredible. So definitely can see Hamole there. Tolu TBC.
Yeah.
I think he'll get probably taken into camp regardless. Just depends if he actually ends up on the 6-man bench or not. But he obviously can cover a lot of positions in that outside back area, and if you need someone with speed, like he can do that as well. So
Yeah.
but I don't think anyone else will probably get a look at. I think it'll just be those two.
Fogarty?
I don't know. I think they'll value others over him. Like he's been in such great form. Honestly, been such an incredible signing for us. But he's obviously had these groin niggles the last 2 weeks, and he is old. So I think they might.
Is he old?
He's 34.
Fogarty?
33. Yeah.
Okay.
33 or 32. He's in his
30s.
He's in his 30s.
I get it. Rugby league old.
And we've got him on a 3-year contract. Like I kind of anticipate at the end of the 3 years he probably retires or goes to the Super League. So
Yep.
yeah, I think they might value some youth over him.
Yep. Okay. Watch that space. Our club, Twiley, get him in there. Mm-hmm. Make it happen, people.
He's been on quite a few. I think he was on Fox League's bench somewhere.
Yes. Yep. Dewey was as well before he got injured.
Yeah, I know. That was a bummer.
I reckon he would have got a
I
run.
think so.
Terrell May probably deserves one. Willie, or what do you reckon, Matty? Terrell May a sniff playing for New South Wales, or Laurie just not going to pick him?
Well, he'd been my team.
Yeah.
But that's not the answer to your question. Yeah, I reckon he has to. I reckon he has
I
to.
know.
I like he simply he's one of the best props going around. I know Adam Fanua Blake's. I don't think he's been in form.
No.
I personally think he had an outstanding game on the weekend, even though their team got pumped. So I think that was probably enough for him. But I'd pick both of them. I'd be picking both of them in that. Certainly in the 19-man squad. Terrell has to be there. Like, come on.
I know. And I think, when we've spoken to our other Queensland friends and stuff, like for New South Wales, you want to pick players that Queensland fans go like, oh God, that's like going to be scary. I bet Terrell May is like exactly that feeling for Queenslanders. So, I do hope to see him there for sure.
Yeah. Taylor May is the other one who's a smoky, but there's so many, you guys got so many senses.
Yeah, we do.
Going to be tough.
Yep,
but if he played, he probably wouldn't let you down either. But anyway, wait and see. This time next week, we'll probably know the teams.
Yeah, of course. I know. Just after Magic Round.
Yeah.
Roll straight into it.
Coming so quick. All right. That is the end of 6 again. We're going to take a very quick break now. We actually do ad breaks in this show now. Like ads actually go into them.
Massive.
And they grow up so fast, don't they? Things are changing around here. All right. We'll take a quick break. On the other side, we're going to do the top 05, Ella's top 05. And we've also got your raw emotion voice notes as well. So I'll see you in a second. Welcome back, guys. Hope you had a great break. Had a good break?
So good.
Yeah.
So much. Got
Good
so
to
much
refresh,
done. Yep.
stretch your legs, all that sort of stuff. Nice one. So top 05. I've handed this one over to you today.
Mm-hmm.
There's a very neat sample size of exactly 5, which just felt like it made sense for you to kind of count down and talk us through today. So do you want to kind of just add a bit of context on what Dr. Eagle's top 05 will be this week?
Absolutely. So it is going to be my top 05 Fosball wins.
Yep.
Because on the NRL website, it says we've had 5 wins.
Yep.
In my heart, we've had 6.
Yeah.
But you know what? Everyone sees things differently. So I will go with the
Is she going to count that one? We'll have to wait and see.
You never know, but I will potentially just go with what the general public see as 5.
Yep.
So I might count up to my favourite one.
That's right. 05 is usually our top one. So,
perfect.
Yeah.
So
number 1.
Number 1, we've got our win against the Dragons.
Yep.
I think that was, our only win that we haven't won 13 plus under Fosball. So obviously has to go there. There was a great moment in that game after we'd scored the try, and then off the kickoff had that incredible try where Ruben Garrick passed it to Jason Saab, and Jason Saab passed it to Ruben Garrick, ran the length of the field, which was very, very exciting. But there were moments there where the Dragons led at one point in time, so have to put that last because the Dragons suck. So if we lost to them, I would have been not impressed. But still happy with that one.
It was sort of at that point of the season, it was like win's a win. We'll
A win's a win,
it.
absolutely. Yeah, I think that was our second win on the trot with Fosball. So again, at that point in time, I was like, are we good? Are we not? So that one.
Okay, so that's number 1.
That's number 1. Number two, I will put our win against the Broncos just because it was an excellent game, but the Broncos had so many injuries. So it was kind of like I almost anticipated at this point in time. Fosball's making me believe that we can actually beat anyone, which is a feeling I have not had in such a long time. And there is still a part of me that doesn't want to get too ahead of myself. One of my family friends says that Fosball isn't just the way we play; it's a way of life. So and that's what it is. I embody Fosball in everyday life now.
Yep.
But yeah, I think it was just pretty much expected. I know we had a couple of injuries as well, but their injury list is so huge. So especially home at Brookie. It's a game the scoreline's exactly what it should have been, in my opinion.
All that stuff you're saying there about that's exactly how it should have been. I was expecting a win. That's how I walked into the Broncos game at Campbelltown a few weeks ago. And sadly, we learned by a point.
Yeah.
So it must be nice, is all I'll say. And for that to come in at number 2, there's obviously some great other results here. But I wish I was in the same boat.
Yeah. Then number 3, I will put our win against the Cowboys.
Yep.
because that was like the turning point where I was like, oh, okay, we're actually probably good now because it was our third win in a row. Yeah, it was quite a complete performance, that one. But Turbo did go down injured. So I can't have it as like my most fond memory because, again, at that point in time, we were doing so well. And then I've gone, oh no, is this going to be another season where we only play well when Turbo's there or not? You didn't know at that point in time. Fun fact, we're actually good without him as well. So really fun times.
It's a different sort of Manly, isn't it?
It is a different Manly.
It's like, he's out, you guys suck, but not the case this year.
Exactly. And that's like, people always are talking about how this season's starting to feel like 2021 again. It's just, we're really fun to watch. But it feels better to me because I think we're just not relying on just Turbo anymore. And there's a lot more. It's the first time I see our team list and I don't really see any weak links anymore.
Yep.
Which is a nice feeling. And then number 2.
Number 4,
sorry.
It is a bit confusing.
It is wrong way around. Number 4, I will put our win against Para.
Yep.
I think
the old foe.
Yeah, that first half we actually didn't really play well at all. It was our first game without Turbo, I think, after he got injured potentially. And I just think our attack was pretty bad. But I just love beating Para so much, and it was our first win at home for the season.
Yes.
So that was a big one, and very exciting to see. Just anytime we beat Para, I kept saying, I just want to beat Para. I'm happy to lose to Penrith the week after. Not that we did. We just have to beat Para because we're a better team than them. And thankfully, that second half, we ended up scoring a few more points so we could win 13+.
Weird scoreline, 33-18.
Because Fogarty put it over to make it 6-7 at halftime. It was actually 7-6, which is really
Shout out
annoying,
to Kevin Peterson.
Ruining the joke. Kevin, what are you doing? And then 05, drum roll. Who would it be? It's the Dolphins game.
Yep. Fins up. We leaked in those tries at the last minute, but we'd taken a few players off. So 52-18, you ended their season.
I count as a 52-0 win. First game with Helen. It honestly was just such a shock because Kieran's first game, I kept saying, there's that stat that when the team sacks their coach, they win the next week. Rando proved that was not the case at all. Teams do not win the next week. It actually is often the other way around. And I just didn't expect us to win by that much because we named the exact same team list that we'd been playing with. And then we managed to put that many points on them. And, I've been seeing, I know Jack Bostock's in such good form at the moment, but I've been seeing how the Dolphins have played the last few weeks. And I don't think it's just because he's back. I just keep going, how on earth did we put that much on them and keep them out for a lot of the game? Because I think that's been the most impressive thing. And even with the Broncos, is our defense just looks so much better. And I'm like, what was Seabold doing? Like, he's actually on Agenda Setters tonight.
Is he?
So first time I'll tune into that show ever.
Yes.
Because I'm sure they will ask him if anything, our team list is worse now because having no Turbo, no Fogarty, no Hetherington, like what was he telling them? And every time you hear any of the players get interviewed, they go, Kieran's made me believe in myself and simplified the game for me. I was like, what was Seabold saying to them? And I think he's a good guy. I think he's too smart for rugby league potentially. It sounded like that he was, because, he would go to these Harvard leadership courses and stuff.
Yeah.
Potentially it was just, he was overcomplicating it for them and trying to find these new ways of working. And I think Kieran stripped it right back down because it really doesn't make much sense in my brain other than that reasoning.
Almost too much learning.
Which
you've been familiar with, on this podcast over the last while.
you need a good balance.
A little bit less learning. Everyone enjoys it a lot more.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. Just get back to basics. Go to a park, kick a footy, win games.
Yeah.
Etsy which. Tick, tick, tick. That's the checklist
Simplify.
to winning a comp.
Simplify.
There you go.
Well done. Great top 05. Love it. Hopefully there's many more wins for you across the season. Not this weekend, obviously, but through the rest of the year. It's been nice to watch Manly kind of. I like Foz, I'm on board.
That's what we were saying. Like, I don't know if you've seen the banner at Brookie, because there's the original banner of Guess What Manly Hates You Too, but someone's made a banner of Guess What Nobody Hates Foz.
Yeah.
Because it does feel like that. Like, obviously, all the media guys love him as well. People who've played with him say he's such a good guy. So, and he's really hot, which helps.
Yep, we've got the 2 hottest coaches in the cup.
We actually do.
Yep.
So that's like really exciting for
the Hot Coach Cup this weekend.
Because how there's always a random cup between.
Yeah.
Like, Jake got given this big shield. Didn't even know Manly and the Broncos had something going on like that.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
maybe we should make one for
Yeah.
Saturday.
It should be a barbecue or something as well. To
That would be
commemorate
good.
the,
I am a
Brooksy
little bit
send-off.
scared. You know, Brooksy always says he gets a little bit nervous playing the Tigers. So I'm hoping now that it's not at Leichhardt, he'll get less nervous because otherwise.
That was a great night, wasn't it? Well, you had the big Brooksy head.
I had the big Brooksy
Lol.
head. Yep, that was backfired. Thankfully, the Kieran Foran head has not backfired. I might try and bring that to Magic Round actually.
Yeah. You don't have much other luggage to take up, so
Nah.
that'll be easy.
We're all good. I actually am now starting to think, God, we have to pay for extra luggage. But
Yeah. For those playing at home, Sam, friend of the show, is because he changes teams every week. He has to wear all 17 teams' jerseys at once, and in order to take the top one off, he's got to get a photo with someone wearing that jersey. That's his ticket to take it off. We're doing it on Friday night.
we're doing it on Friday
He's
night.
got 80 minutes to do it, I think.
Yep.
Or something like that. And so if you're there with your jersey on, come get a photo with him because it'll help him out get
Yep.
the jerseys off. Or don't, and he's got to keep them on for the rest of the weekend.
Exactly. Just say no and then it doesn't count.
Yep. Looking forward to that. All right, great top 05. Thoroughly enjoyed that. We're going to go now to Raw Emotion. I think you'd be familiar with this segment.
Yes.
Where we hear from the punters, hear from the fans after a West Tigers game. It's spelled ROAR, the noise of Tiger Mates. Hilarious double entendre. Works on
Yep.
so many levels.
It does.
My favourite part of the show as well, which is great to hear from.
Yeah, you've got some great characters and recurring characters as well.
We
so-
do. And you're going to hear from two of those
Oh,
today.
perfect.
And in fact, one of them has just sent it through. He sends it through when he logs on to work on Monday morning. Reece
Love that.
Smith,
Yep.
the first in Rawtle.
Heard of him.
He has sent something through at 6:51 a.m. this morning. I haven't even listened to it yet. I haven't vetted it.
Okay.
So we're just going to do this. We're going to do it raw. ROAR. Over
Wow.
to Reece Smith.
No! Somebody wake me up from this false fucking reality, please! Sundays used to be my favourite day. Day off, work and that. Now it feels like my nuts are being dragged across a broken West Tigers bitters glass out the front of a Madonna concert. Shout out to Madonna! But I don't want to be there on a Sunday! Oh, call Benji. Let him know I am selling my limbs to the club to get our throbbers back on the fucking Steedon pitch. I need my throbbers back. I get 30 plus this week. Come on.
Yeah, I feel him. I think he's sort of summed up what most Tigers are feeling pretty well there. We need to get the throbbers back.
Yeah.
Too much. You take the best 3 or 4 players out of any team, and
Absolutely.
I mean, you guys have only lost one of your best. Oh,
True.
you've got a couple of injuries now, but Turbo would be the only one probably in your best 4 or 5. Fair?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Fogarty's been a massive loss in the
Fogarty's
game,
off.
but thankfully Joey Walsh is great. Wow, Reece has got a lot of range, doesn't he?
He has. I've always said that about Reece.
Yeah,
Yep.
huge range.
Not sure he's great with Madonna concert, but
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
At least you got a shout out. The only, like I was going to say, as I'm hearing, I felt these emotions at the start of our season.
Yep.
Turn to the Etsy, which, as we said, however, if it's true that I'm the reason Manly getting injuries because of dark magic, then maybe it's something you don't want to play in. I don't know. You might just need to do your research into what is classed as dark magic, right?
Yeah. I might throw that over to the Raw Emotion
Yeah.
contributors. Let us know. Do a bit of research on dark magic. What should we or should we not play with?
Yeah.
And if you can give us some advice, maybe we'll use some of that patron money to go and invest.
After the Manly game.
Yeah. We'll win that anyway without any help. Over to Billy Elmer. He's got a short and sweet one. He's remaining a little bit positive. He says we win the comp is his little accompanying note here. But let's hear from his thoughts after yesterday.
Here's an optimistic Tiger. Looked pretty good. It was just a bit of a shame that we got proper humped in the first half, but otherwise good signs from our reserve grades. So still win the comp. Fuck you, Storm, you fucking muppets.
Fair.
I thought you'd probably agree with that last
Good
bit.
point. Yeah, it was a very good point.
Yeah.
It's nice to have optimistic fans, I think, when times get a little bit tough. You just need some people to balance it out because the ones that are just all negative all the time, it can get a bit loud. So it is
can.
nice to have people like that.
It can. Stubbo is a friend of the show, a bit of a regular. He's probably not quite as optimistic, but he kind of deflects nicely. He has a go at a few other former Tigers players that now play at other clubs just to kind of offset some of his anger.
Nice.
Which I like.
That's also a
So
good strategy.
Let's hear from Stubbo
Hammy, Mort, and Stubbo.
and Ella.
Look, we had a good crack. We had a good dig. That first 20 fucked us harder than the diesel prices at the moment. But, you know, we got to move on, and we did. It was such an even 60 minutes after that first 20. And we did well, but, you know, taking all our casualties and the boys gone, we just couldn't tighten up that middle. We didn't have as much structure, even though, you know, Romy, Jock and Heath did a great job. It just wasn't up to the quality of what we usually do, and it really showed how much we miss our boys through the middle, on the fringes. We fought hard, harder than Mitch Moses would out of a speeding ticket, but, you know, we go into next week, up to Magic Round, take on Manly. It's not the Tigers of old. Let's keep fucking going, keep clawing, and let us win next week and not learn.
There you go. Stubbo reckons we win and not learn this week.
Hate to break it to you, in fact, there could be some learning done. But I think he makes some good points. Yeah, that early period from the Storm, they just were absolutely tearing you guys apart. And I think you guys did well to, you know, some teams would just absolutely just fold over and go, oh, well, at least you were able to still score a few points.
Yeah, we had a moment there at the end where we scored 3 tries towards the end. I thought, here we go.
I also, like, there was a point, I think there was about 10 minutes to go, and I thought, if you guys had another 20, who knows what could have happened here. But take the 20 off take the first 20 off, put it on the end, Tigers win.
Would have loved that. Would have loved that. Why can't we do that? And a nice little drive by Mitch Moses there as well, which we always encourage on the Raw Emotion hotline.
You know, and I could picture it exactly, him fighting out a speeding ticket.
He wasn't happy when they made him kick that penalty the other day.
I know.
After they'd won the game already. All right, over to Tyron Thompson. We've got 2 more to go here. Tyron Thompson was mad at the refs. So always up for a bit of ref bashing when we learn.
I just pose a question with 3 minutes left of the first half. So Harry Grant's been near knocked out twice, and he's still on the field. But all of a sudden, oh, what a try saver, Taylor May. So Harry Grant's been near knocked out. Alex Twile gets taken off for a HIA. How is that a penalty to Melbourne? Harry Grant literally forearmed him. We are getting robbed. Like, I've never seen a bigger robbing in my life. This is absolute bullshit.
Yeah, it's a great point. I mean, yeah, Harry Grant probably should have gone off the field. I think he got away with, the forearmy sort of stuff as well. We ended up getting penalised for it. Adam G, I thought, bit of a stinky yesterday.
It was a bit of a whack weekend for the refs. Hey, like, do you see that touchy that stood in field of play when Ruben Garrick's trying to run down the side?
What the hell?
What was going on?
Yeah.
It was insane. And then there was another period down there where it should have been a Manly ball, but the Broncos got it back. And because when I was watching the replay, the commentators were like, oh, that should have been a Manly ball there. And Touchy missed it again. So not the best weekend.
And someone, I can't remember which game it was, someone did basically the same tackle Appy Coruscant did a couple of weeks ago and got suspended for 3 games and didn't even get put on report, if I recall.
Yeah, what game was that?
Or even penalised. But the point is, like, it's
just inconsistent.
It's a conspiracy against the Tigers, though.
I love his points, the biggest robbery he's ever seen. Yeah. I love, everyone, just like how I think Manly beat the Panthers. Everyone, you can see life how you want it.
That's right. No hyperbole there from Tyron Thompson. Thanks for your message. Last one here comes from Backfence Brown. Second Immortal, got the tattoo at the start of the year as well.
Yes, that's right.
We haven't heard from him in a few weeks. It's a little bit longer. He sung a song for us. He's kind of bookended it. A little bit of raw emotion, a little bit of a song, a little bit more gibber at the end. But always good to hear from Backfence Brown, and he'll bring us home today.
A Tiger supporter, a Rabbit supporter, and a Manly supporter walk into a bar. There's a joke there somewhere. It's Backfence Brown live from Melbourne. 2 years in a row, come down for the game. I've also come down to see friends, but, timed it up well.
Well done.
This year we scored tries. That was really lovely to see.
Positive.
It's a good point.
What's the same this year is the Melbourne crowd being as lifeless as ever. Have you guys ever heard of cheering when your team scores a try? Didn't think so. Pretty sure they were playing cheer tracks over the speakers. What is this, Friends?
COVID.
Ooh.
Another learn. It was bound to happen. So, let's have a song. This one's for our departing captain, for our multi-million-dollar man. This one's called Hey There, Luai. Hey there, Luai, what's it like in Papua New Guinea? You'll be 2,000 miles away, but for 18 months you're in our city. Yeah, we grew. Through all the pain you let us through, winning's now true. Oh, it's what you've done for me. Oh, for the better we will be. Oh, greener pastures we will see. Oh, better we will be. Better we will be.
Look at the range on him.
I know.
204 was toys. Till I die. Let merrily go. All aboard the same barge. Benji switching up this week. Getting on early. Who'd have thunk it? Surprised a single head was not cut off. Crazy. I mean, I don't know who the adjudicators are this week for Dally M points, but I'm pretty sure Adam G got 6.
Yeah.
Big surprise there, but nice to see the refs still looking after us. On to next week. Better things to be. Love you all. Bye.
Great point there. Adam G, 6 Dally M votes. I think I couldn't agree more with him.
Yeah. Also, I would love to know where he was recording the song because you can hear people in the background. I would love.
It was in public.
Yeah.
It was in public. We probably won't get time to show it or play it today, but somebody did send me some behind the scenes of him in the pub singing later.
That would see. I just can imagine being a patron, not knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
Trying to listen to the lyrics.
Dinner and a
go,
show with Backfence Brown
Yeah.
singing about Jerome Luai. What probably would have been a lot of confused people down in Melbourne at that bar in Fitzroy, but good on him. I like him. Very authentic Backfence Brown. Good. We hadn't heard from him in a few weeks, so good to have him back on the Raw Emotion hotline.
Yeah, maybe that's what you needed.
Yes.
Get back on track.
That's right. He
Not
could be
this
our
week,
Etsy Witch. Yeah.
Next week. Yep.
Yes. If you want to be on the Raw Emotion hotline, just send us a voice note in the DMs on the Instagram, Will and Draw Instagram page. Love to hear from you. Try to get to as many as we can every week. Thank you to our two immortals, Reece Smith and Backfence Brown. Good to hear from you guys as well. We'll take a very quick break again, and then we'll be back to wrap it up. Hope everyone had a great break. How was your break? Good break?
So good. Even better than the last.
Yep. The sequel was better than the original.
Yeah.
One of those rare cases where
Yeah.
it was.
Madagascar 2 better than Madagascar 1, just FYI.
Really?
Yeah. Go back and
Controversial
watch
take.
it.
You need to go and watch Austin Powers. So you can understand the reference on your nameplate there.
There's a lot I need to watch, but you know what I will be watching when I get home? The Manly replay again.
You already watched the replay once though.
Oh, I watch it like, if we win, it's like minimum 4 times.
Really?
Sometimes I just have it as like background noise.
Yep. Sort of calming.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. Well, yeah, you're very warm favourites against us this weekend.
Yeah, what are the odds actually?
$1.34, 9.5 point favourites. The Tigers are $3.28. So, you know.
Interested to see if Fogarty plays or not.
Yes.
And I'm very interested to see what the choice is with Wakeham out for a week. There's quite a few options that we could go with. Simkin potentially, but Zach Docker-Clay has been named on the extended bench quite a few times. And I don't know if Kieran keeps talking about how he doesn't want to upset the team like structure too much. I don't know if maybe Zach Docker-Clay comes in instead because Simkin has been having this role where he comes on a little bit later. Or people have spoken about, is this the week that we do test out Brooks to 9 and Joey is in the halves with Fogues, because Brooks has said that he's happy to swap positions if he needs to. Joey's so ready. Fogues is on a 3-year contract. Brooks is signed to the end of next year. Like, we do have to start thinking about what happens there. So I don't know. Like, I personally would love to just like see, especially because we're going well. It feels like a time that we could test that out. But yeah, interested to see what Kieran decides to do there.
I reckon leave him in the halves this week.
Leave Brooks in the halves.
Yep, I reckon that'll be the way to do it. Big bounce back game. Tigers haven't lost 3 in a row this season. So
Manly have.
yeah. So there you go. Something to think about. I'm hoping for a bit of a bounce back, bit of a rally. Just give me that, I don't know, middle 30 minutes that we played over the weekend. That was good. The rest of it, I don't know. For most of this year, we've started the game so well. Like, we haven't let things blow out, get away from us. But yeah, last couple of weeks, that's been a big issue. So got to start well. Going to be tough again. We've got a couple of troops still not there. Wouldn't mind seeing Hayward at 9 if they want to give a young guy a go, which they've done on the wings a little bit through the year. I reckon we're just missing a little bit in and around the ruck at the moment. So maybe they give him a go, but otherwise, I don't know. Benji's just going to have a big week with him.
It'd be interesting to see because it was a crazy stat since Foz took over up until the Penrith game. We had the best defence in the comp.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's now reverted back considering we only leaked in one try against the Broncos. So, keen to see how you guys go against us. Because, again, whilst I said Fosball is making me believe we can beat anyone, there's still a part of me that goes, my world could come crashing down and this dream that I'm living in could all end at any point in time. So I definitely always go into every single game stressed. And, if it's the week the Tigers start playing like they did in the opening bit of the season, I'll still be very stressed. Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
Hopefully the dream does end for you this weekend. Go Tigers, obviously. Prediction for the game? We usually like to do a bit of a scoreline at the end of the game.
I'm going to be an optimist, and I'm going to say Manly win 28-6.
Oh, wow. So you've got you said Manly 13 plus in not so many words. I'm going to go, I've had a bit of a look at this one, and I think, done it tough the last few weeks, but Benji, hell of a coach. We've got a great Magic Round record as well. So with all that kind of taken into consideration, I think 3 p.m. Saturday, Tigers 13 plus for me. Matty, yourself?
Is Appy back?
No.
Buller back?
No.
Oh, God.
Neither's Dewey or Sam Weller.
Look, this is a Tigers podcast, so I have to be shamelessly biased to the people paying the bills. But I won't be as brash as usual. I'll go Tigers 1-12.
Oh, geez. That's almost worse. I would almost prefer you to the other team. But anyway, we'll agree to disagree. Go Tigers. It'll be a hell of a game. Looking forward to seeing you up there, Matty. We won't see you there. Enjoy your weekend as well.
Thank you.
We will see you next week. Morty will be back. We'll be a little bit later next week after Magic Round. We're going to record in the evening. So don't panic, people. But hopefully we'll be discussing and pulling apart a Tigers win. Tigers win the comp.